Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Ryle Bell, and I'm the president of this band, or so they tell me, a very distinguished and august group of musicians. And I want to thank you for coming out this afternoon to celebrate this Christmas season with us. Just a brief history of the band. It began in about 1973, 74 in that ballpark. And it began as a joint project between a citizen of Takoma Park, Mr. Roy Corbin, and the directors of the Blair High School Band and Takoma Park Middle School Band. And so he started this band back in 1973, thereabouts. And it comprised then mostly of students from the high school and residents of Takoma Park. Well, over the years, we've morphed into more of an adult band. We don't get many students, but the band had two directives in it. One, that we were going to play as good music as we could, and two, that anybody who wanted to join this band could join the band, which is good for me because around 1977, I bought this saxophone and couldn't play it. And a friend of mine said, "You should join the band." He played clarinet at the time. And so I came to practice. I'd never read music in my life. I never played a saxophone. I happened to be fortunate to sit next to an old guy. He was old then. It's Ed Mitchell. And Ed would just sit me there, and when we'd be playing, he said, "Go over there and play there. Or you're at number 14. And so I kept getting lost all the time. After about 2 months, they had their first concert. So at the last rehearsal before the concert, I said, "Well, I'll see you guys after the concert." They said, "Oh, no. You're a member of the band. You come to the concert and play." So 2 months later, I'm playing at a concert, had no idea what I was doing. But every now and then he said, "Over there, play over there, play over there." So I made it through, playing a few solo notes of my own when the band was supposed to be playing. And then when I returned the following Monday, they said, "Oh, you didn't do badly, you did all right." I said, "Lord, if that was all right, then I don't know what's bad." But over the years, I think I've gotten a little better. We've had several directors of this band over the years. Roy was the first. He was an immigrant from Barbados in the Caribbean, which is where I happen to be from incidentally. We've had 3 or 4 male directors of the band since then, and Marcy is our first woman director. So we love her dearly. Fortunately for her, when she came here, her hair was already white. If it weren't, it'd be white now. But we enjoy her conducting us, and so thank you again for coming this evening.
Christmas was not exactly a holiday songwriter Irving Berlin grew up celebrating. He was born in Russia, son of a cantor, and his first language was Yiddish. The family came to America when he was 5 years old. As a young immigrant boy, unfamiliar with the holiday, he marveled at all of the trappings associated with the season while visiting at his Irish neighbor's home. He soon realized Christmas to be, for many people, as much a cultural holiday as a religious one. In January 1940, Irving Berlin, one of the most popular songwriters in America, raced into his office to ask his musical assistant to take down a new song. He said, "Not only is it the best song I ever wrote, it's the best song anybody ever wrote." He may have been right. Clearly, White Christmas has endured through time. Many versions have been recorded, but Bing Crosby has outsold all of them. His single was released in October 1942 and steadily rose up the charts. What cinched its success was inclusion in the playlist of Armed Forces Radio. American GIs spending their first Christmas overseas during World War II wholeheartedly embraced the song's homespun sentiments. Here is an arrangement by Michael Sweeney. Silent Night Begotten is a musical pairing of the Christmas carols Silent Night and Of the Father's Love Begotten. The melodies for these carols were written hundreds of years apart in different parts of Europe. Silent Night was first performed on Christmas Eve, 1818, in a small Austrian village. Legend has it that Franz Gruber composed the melody with guitar accompaniment for performance at that night's Mass, after flooding had damaged the church's pipe organ. While Silent Night is a very popular song at Christmas time, Of the Father's Love Begotten may not be as familiar. Even though not as well known, it has been around for a very long time. Its melody is based on a hauntingly beautiful plain chant, first published in 1582 by Theodore Petri of Sweden. These two carols, from different times and places, mesh together into a timeless holiday selection. The next medley, is this off? Hello? The next medley, A Jam in Caribbean Christmas, opens with the traditional calypso, The Virgin Mary Had a Baby Boy. The carol is thought to have originated in Jamaica in the 1950s. Throughout the years, it has been performed by Pete Seeger, Harry Belafonte, and Mahalia Jackson. The Creole influence of the islands is reflected in the French carol, Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella, in a relaxed lyrical setting. Tradition has it that Jeanette and Isabella, two farmhands, discovered the newborn. Excited by their discovery, they alerted the nearby villagers. To this day, on Christmas Eve in the Provence region of France, children dressed as shepherds and milkmaids carried torches and candles while singing this carol on their way to midnight mass. Go Tell It on the Mountain, an African-American spiritual, also served as an announcement of the holy birth from the mountaintops, and in this arrangement is presented in reggae style, the mountains being those in Jamaica. Hanukkah is here is a celebration of Jewish folk music related to Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, a commemoration of the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem and victory of the Maccabees against the Seleucid Empire of Greece. It is observed by lighting candles of the menorah for 8 nights. It is not a major holiday in the religious sense, but has become significant culturally in some places due to its proximity to Christmas on the calendar. This year, the Jewish holiday begins on December 18th and continues until December 26th. Included in this medley are I Have a Little Dreidel, about making a spinning top and using it to play a popular Hanukkah game, Maoz Tzur, or Strong Rock of My Salvation, from a centuries-old Jewish liturgical poem sung after lighting the menorah, and O Hanukkah, about celebrating the joyful holiday with dreidels, potato latkes, dancing, and the menorah. Enjoy these spirited tunes. Next, you will hear Angels in the Bleak Midwinter, an evocatively orchestrated combination of In the Bleak Midwinter by the British composer Gustav Holst and the well-known carol Angels We Have Heard on High. Gustav Holst was a trombonist, music teacher, and neo-romantic composer known for his excellent orchestration and cosmopolitan style. His best-known work is the orchestral suite The Planets, written in 1918. Angels We Have Heard on High is most often sung to the tune of a traditional French carol, with lyrics inspired by a traditional French hymn tune, Gloria. In this arrangement, the alto flute, an instrument not often used in band arrangements, joins the flute section, where it adds a depth of sound and darkens the mood in the beginning and end of the composition. A Fireside Christmas is a compilation of secular holiday tunes that sparkles with the joys and emotions of the season. You will hear these very familiar songs: the perky Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the melancholic I'll Be Home for Christmas, the cheerful Frosty the Snowman, the seasonal Winter Wonderland, and the nostalgic The Christmas Song. Sammy Nestico is known as a consummate arranger and did a wonderful job of melding these songs together for our performing delight and for your listening pleasure. The iconic song Sleigh Ride is noted for the sounds of a horse clip-clopping and a whip used to get the horse moving. Listen to our percussionists who will produce those sounds and identify the instrument that imitates a horse. As Marylanders living near Pimlico, we love the sound of a racing horse. Giddy up, band!
I've had my back to you, so I don't really know who's here. I was going to recognize our city council people. Raise your hand if you're Terry Siemens. Terry Siemens and Joyce, his wife, have always been very supportive of our band, and we appreciate that. They've been with us throughout the years. I want to give a special thanks to Alvaro Calabia and his TV crew. Thank you for all the help you've given us. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Pat Rumball. Pat, give a wave. Everyone knows Pat Rumball. For those of you who don't know Pat, which I'm sure there are very few of you, Pat is the founder of Let's Play America, which is a nonprofit organization that promotes play for adults as well as for children. The band plays for all of her play day events, and it's one of our favorite things to do. So Pat, you've been a great fan of ours. We really appreciate that. Are there any other council members present? Okay. Let's see. I want to take this opportunity to thank the band, each of the members of the band. Stand up, folks, stand up. Come on, stand up. These folks they share their time and their talents with us, and now they're sharing it with you. So they deserve a lot of credit. I want to give a special thanks to Liz Torre, a flutist, who was the designer of our lovely flyer that you saw around town, or maybe you found in your inbox. And to flutist Raina Cook, who designed an equally lovely program that you're holding in your hands right now. And a special thanks to Phil Friend back here on tenor sax. He was my partner in helping this concert in our community center come to fruition. So we've really enjoyed playing in this facility, and we hope we can come back. Now, folks, if anyone is interested in joining us, see us afterwards or on the back of your program. We do have a website with contact information. We're a very welcoming group, so contact us. We're happy to get you started. My pocketbook is over there in the corner. Where's our treasurer? See Eileen. But thank you, Pat. Pat's always looking for opportunities like that, aren't you, Pat? Thank you. Now, folks, it's your turn to make some music. Mary and our alto sax player, Tom, will lead you in a little medley. You should have the words on that special sheet of music. I'll just say that the band has a 4-measure intro, and when I turn around, start singing Jingle Bells, and then watch Mary and Tom, and you'll be on your own. On behalf of the band, I do want to wish everyone a very happy holiday season, and thank you so much for coming out. I know there's lots of things you could be doing with your time, but you decided to come here, and we're very appreciative of that. Thank you so much.
And will you give our conductor a great round of applause for all of our
fa la 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 la. Every now and then a bird will fa la 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 la. Oh, the ancient Utah carol, fa la 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 la. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you. My ride. Whole thing. Here we go. Everybody up? Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks. Great job. Great job.